KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to the Ottawa Arrows Post-60 American Legion Baseball Coaches Show, live from Pizza Time in downtown Ottawa. You're invited to join KOFO live at Pizza Time for food and drink specials during the show. Here's the host of the American Legion Baseball Coaches Show, Derek Chappell.
And good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of the Ottawa Arrows American Legion Baseball Coaches Show, live from Pizza Time in downtown Ottawa. I'm your host, Derek Chappell, and another Thursday edition for you. That's 2 weeks in a row. We've been joining you on a Thursday from Pizza Time for the Coaches Show. We'll be back next week at our regular time on a Wednesday, but we're glad to have Coach join us today, and we'll talk to head coach Lance Fuller Jr. here in just a minute. We'll also talk with Scott Sneathen, Junior Legion head coach, on today's show, and a few other guests and special features as well. Don't forget, you can come by and join us at Pizza Time today. Get in out of the heat. Come on in and enjoy the lunch buffet that's in full swing now. You can also take advantage of their special, which is in effect not just when we're here, but all afternoon, and that's 2 large single-topping pizzas for only $20.99. So come on in, enjoy some lunch, come by and see us today, say hi, and we also remind you there's plenty of Ottawa American Legion baseball left with tournament games today. We've got regular season and zone coming up. If you'd like to be a sponsor of Ottawa American Legion baseball on KOFO, just send us an email at KOFO@KOFO.com or call us at 242-1220. And we're joined now by Ottawa Arrows American Legion Baseball head coach Lance Fuller Jr. Coach, appreciate you stopping by today.
Yeah, good to be in.
I know you guys are getting ready to head out to Blue Springs for the Fike Wood Bat Day 2, and as soon as we're done with this interview, you'll be on the road, so we appreciate your time today. And it's going to be a hot one. We'll talk a little bit about the Fike Wood Bat here in just a minute. It's been a week since we talked, and you have had a extremely busy week since we got together here at Pizza Time last week. Just want to talk a little bit about the Patriot Classic. You guys picked up the tournament there in Fort Scott after the tournament you had scheduled at Mid-American Nazarene in Olathe got canceled. So you picked up the Patriot Classic so you wouldn't have a week plus with no ball games. And you ran into some good ball clubs down in Fort Scott. Came away with a 1-4 mark at the end of the weekend. You faced a tough team in the first game, Lamar Southwest Tigers, dropping that game 9-2. Came back against Missouri Phenom Black. A 10-4 loss in that one. Talk to me about those first couple ball games playing in Fort Scott and the heat, and it was a tough start.
Yes, it was. Well, we opened up with that Southwest team out of Lamar, and actually we were up 1-0 going through 3 innings, and then we kind of gave up a 5 spot, didn't score till about the 6th, and gave up a 4 spot again. So they got their big innings in 2. Aiden Michaels pitched really well early on, and I think he had hit a wall, I guess you'd say, in the 5th, roughly, and that's when it kind of couldn't throw as many strikes as he was, and we gave up too many runs. I mean, that's how that game played out. So
we dropped the first one. Record went to 7-12 overall. I came back against Missouri Phenom Black, a 10-4 loss there, and then game 3, however, Arkansas Express, much closer ball game, a 4-3 loss. Had a lead in that one. That one got away.
Yeah, I think that kind of came down to a couple mistakes on our end, a couple base running blunders, getting caught, getting off too far. I think we had a missed squeeze sign, lack of focus, kind of what that happened. I think even their run that they took the lead on was, an error on our end. Obviously we didn't swing the bat, like we'd hoped the entire tournament, really. Because I think even that last win that we had, I think we came away with 4 or 5 hits, but still put up, 13 runs or something like that.
Game 4, you did pull away with the win against the Arkansas Express Jumper, 11-3 the final score there. But, it was about a 4 or 5 hit ball game, right? So after the Patriot Classic then at Fort Scott, what are your takeaways from that? Again, some of the mental mistakes or some missed sign here, missed sign there. What did you take away with that? And actually, you did get a win in the final game, so you maybe tried to have a little momentum going into the Fike Wood Bat. What are your takeaways from the Patriot?
We need pitching. But, the biggest thing, like I said, it got us a chance to see some different teams and kind of really, get that mindset, okay, we got this many games in this many days before we kind of got to work our pitching. And still, obviously, not, it hasn't, our hitting hasn't really, stayed with us. The games that we've had, really good at ABs at the plate. Haven't turned into continued success. So we're still trying to look for that to where we can put some games together and, come away hitting the ball the entire time. So
what do you contribute the up and down with the hitting? I mean, there were games where you'll rack out some hits but not score a lot of runs. Games where you're like the one against Arkansas Express, you'll have 4 or 5 hits, but you put runs on the board. But the consistency with the bats and scoring the runs, where do you see that issue with this ball club?
It's tough to say. I think it could be, a lack of practice, because, sometimes just with what kids have going on, not able to get in some, cages, in between, our games, focus, not kind of going up to the plate with a plan. You're just going up, you're just going to see a pitch and start swinging. I feel, I kind of preach the, having a plan, on what you want to do. Like I said, we're going from, we had the Patriot Classic, and then we're off till Thursday, when we didn't really have a chance just to get everybody there to work on certain things, so I think just lack of practice time, I think might be the biggest thing.
And that's a big key with Legion Ball in the summer. We've talked about this before in previous weeks. There's so many different things going on for the kids, but a lot of that comes down to maybe finding your own time to get in the cage, finding some own time, to maybe get with a coach or two or a friend, get some swings in and things like that. Again, difficult to do for the kids in the summer.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing now. With summer, and I'm not trying to have them in every day that we're not playing to practice, because they still got to have a little bit of a summer, and I understand they're working. So I think it comes down to them. You got to have a little bit of drive inside of you to go in and find a way to tweak. What you haven't been hitting the ball well. Okay, what can we do differently to start hitting the ball?
And I know, given your history, and we talked way back in the first show of this season about when you played Legion Ball, you admitted, you weren't the most talented kid out there on the field. You had to put in the extra time, put in the extra work. Do you tell the kids about that? Do you talk to them about that extra work ethic that you and some of the other players that have had the success have put in over time?
To a degree. I think for the fact that we don't have the practice time, to sit and talk, in that mindset, it's one of those things that you just kind of hope kids do it. Like I said, I'm not going to I try not to, preach too much during the game as far as, if you'd have done this, done that, I feel like that's the time as far as practice, that's when that kind of talk should come up, again, just I think with me, I didn't have, other activities. I worked, but it was work was around my baseball schedule. These guys got, kids that are playing 3 or 4 different, 3 different sports all summer. Right. So, it's one of those things, is baseball their priority, and is there that time? Who do they have to contact to be able to go? Or I guess, are they willing to reach out more so?
Right. But now, at this point of the season, of course, for those who don't know, of course, this is your first season as a head coach. Do you enjoy the coaching on the field? I know you talk about practice, and you haven't had a whole lot of that, but coaching during the game, when you're providing coaching during the ball game, you still enjoying that, and kind of at this point now getting the feel for which player needs what as far as from you during a ball game?
Yeah, I do. I think you enjoy it more when you see, the kid make that adjustment, or you obviously see our score being higher than the other. And obviously this summer, the season hasn't gone that way. But, I don't think I'll ever lose the enjoyment I get as far as the in-game coaching. Obviously, there's still those situations, maybe you could have done this differently, that differently, but at the same time, it's kind of, to me, I'm using this also as a learning experience, to better myself for the future, so.
Well, you're heading out here again in just a little bit. I mentioned to the Fike Wood Bat Tournament Day 2 over in Blue Springs. And yesterday, as you heard here on KOFO, you had a game against Quincy, Illinois, post 37. And you faced a juggernaut of a pitching staff. And the Bats they weren't on the ball yesterday. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about yesterday's 7-0 loss to post 37.
And the kid came out and threw well. And I bet he didn't throw but maybe 70 pitches. He was around the zone the entire game. I think he walked 1 or 2 kids. And like I said, I think we came away with 3 bats, or 3 hits. Maybe it could have been the adjustment to the wood bat. That's always, like I said, we've talked about it. It's the difference between hitting the wood bat and the metal bat.
Right. And the breaking ball that was.
Yeah. Oh, he threw. Yeah, like I said, he threw. He wasn't overpowering as far as his fastball, but his breaking ball was good. I bet he got 4 or 5 just on the hook because, we weren't expecting, or just it was that good. So, like I said, it was 1-0 going into the 6th, and then we walked a couple guys, didn't field the bunt correctly, and gave up 6 runs. So, that was essentially the game.
For those that don't know, swinging a wood bat versus swinging, the metal bat the kids are used to, the weight differential, the swing, things like that, how much difference is there? And does it take a game or so to get that under you swinging a wood bat to get used to it?
I think it depends on the bat, to be honest. They provide them, and they're sponsored by it, so it would be one thing if we were using our own. Every kid has their own wood bat, and each wood bat's a little bit different as far as how their weight is dispersed through the entire bat. Obviously it's different,
right.
And we've discussed that several times, and I do think maybe that game gives you a chance to kind of get reconnected or what have you with the wood bat, and hopefully, that one game was out of the way and we can come, put the bat on the ball.
Unfortunately, you don't want to think of it as a warm-up game, but
sure.
Somewhat sometimes what it is. I know if I went out to the golf course and somebody handed me a different set of clubs I've never used, I have no idea where that ball would go.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of the same theory with the bat. So today you jump in, you're playing at Hidden Valley Field at 3 o'clock today in Game 1 against Post 226 out of Ellsbury, Missouri. Your thoughts about today's game? Who's going to be on the hill for you? And I know pitching is such a key. Mm-hmm. You have the Patriot to deal with. You've got it here as well because you have 2 games today, game yesterday, game tomorrow. So I know strategy-wise your pitching is for future games in this tournament. Depends on what happens in this first one today.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your thought on pitching today, and where do we go?
Well, game 1 is going to be Brody Mundell. He's been probably our second best pitcher. So we'll kind of see. We'll ride him till, obviously he either A, says he can't go no more till we run into the pitch limit, and hopefully he's, hopefully he comes out ready to go and, he can throw a lot of strikes. And then after that, we're just going to kind of see what we have. We lost Aiden Michael. He was playing with the juniors and got hurt the other day. So that was one of our pitchers. So we're down our ace.
And that's tough. Yeah, when your ace is down.
It's huge.
That's tough.
But we'll kind of see what happens after that and see, who, we've got a couple guys that, I think will be ready. So
that game today, again, you can hear on KOFO 3 o'clock. The Superstands Cleaning Service Arrows pregame show gets underway at 2:45. Gary Bateman on the call today. It's the Arrows against Post 226 out of Ellsbury, Missouri. It's the first of day 2 games in the Fike Wood Bat Tournament in Blue Springs. Then you turn right around. You guys get the heat of the day today.
Yeah.
You got a game at 3 o'clock. You turn right around and play at 5:30 against one of the host teams from Blue Springs, Rod's A's. That's a 5:30 start. Our pregame show, Superstands Cleaning Service Arrows pregame show, starts at 5:15. You played in the heat in the Patriot when you went down to Fort Scott. You're playing in a lot of heat today. It's to be expected. That's Legion baseball.
Yeah.
But does that have an effect on the hitting or the way they played? Have you seen any of the fatigue in the pitch, or is that really a non-factor?
I'm sure it'll be a factor, especially since we're playing back-to-back games. I know, last week at the Patriot Classic we had back-to-back, but, I think the first one was in the morning. We had that 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
so
9 o'clock
it was still warm, but, you don't get the true heat. I mean, we're literally in the heat of, the hottest part of the day.
No doubt.
So hopefully, I'm hoping they are at least hydrated and they got a little bit of sleep, because that, we all know that sun wears you out, especially out playing baseball. So I'm hoping it doesn't have, it's going to have an effect just like, the other team. So
right.
It's not like we're the only ones. So hopefully, we'll be, our minds will be ready to go and expect, a little bit of adversity.
Well,
so
you got a little bit of a ride to get there. Put the Gatorade in them before they get there on the way, and see how it goes. Now tomorrow it's game 4. This is all pool play, by the way, Pool B. And tomorrow you play a team out of Omaha, Nebraska, Pyramid Roofing. That's a 12:30 ball game. So again, a little bit of heat in the start of the day, and then of course after that, Saturday and Sunday games depend on the outcome of pool play. So a lot of days ahead, a lot of games ahead here in the next couple of days. Again, 2 today, and then believe it or not, next Wednesday is your final regular season game.
Yeah.
Seems like we just got started.
It does.
And here we are on Wednesday, July 11th. You'll take on Emporia down at Snowden's Grove, a team you know well and a location you know well. It's a doubleheader on Wednesday. So I know that's a little bit down the road, but can you believe the end of the season is staring at you?
No. It always, I feel like, goes, kind of like the high school season. It seems to go by pretty fast. Obviously, it's kind of a shortened season in a sense, but, it's kind of how it goes. So,
well, of course, we talk about the Emporia game being the end of the regular season because Zone will be the week after that on Monday, July 16th. That's going to be in Topeka, and, of course, that's a big one. Just briefly, I know that's down the road, and we can talk a little more next week about it, but briefly, just tell us how Zone works and what you expect there in Topeka.
Well, there's 4 teams in our zone, us, Leavenworth, Topeka, and Oskaloosa. And it's double elimination, but 2 teams will go. So basically, they'll take, you win 2, you're in. You lose 1, and then you win, I think 1 is how it works, something like that, and you'll go as well. So they'll take top 2. But like I said, I think the opportunity to, get past, we've seen 2 of the 3 teams. Right. And the last time we saw Topeka, we swept them. So, I think we know what's ahead, and hopefully we'll be ready.
Well, you stand with an 8-15 record right now, and more games to come. And the beauty of once you get to zone is everybody starts with a 0-0 record, and you go from there.
Yeah,
that's the best part about it. So, Coach, I'll let you get out of here. I know you got to run. You got a trip here to Blue Springs. Good luck today in the Fike Woodbat.
Thank you.
Day 2. We got a couple games again. Game at 3 o'clock today. Game at 5:30 today. You'll hear them both on KOFO with Gary Bateman. The Super Stands Cleaning Service Arrows pregame show starts at 2:45. Back with more after this. You're listening to the Ottawa Arrows American Legion Baseball Coaches Show live from Pizza Time in downtown Ottawa on KOFO.
Hello, friends. Dr. Bartholomew Periwinkle again here in the Pizza Time Laboratory, where this time I've created the world's first pizza duplicator. You place a delicious Pizza Time pie here, press the button, and you get 2 pizzas. Hey, who are you? What do you mean, who am I? Who are you? Get out of my lap. You're the clone. You're in my lap.
Let Pizza Time make you 2 large single-topping pizzas for just $20.99. Follow at Pizza Time Pub on Twitter or like their Facebook page. Pizza Time, 208 South Main Street in Ottawa, or at your door by calling 785-242-TIME. Always free delivery. Seems anymore everything is part of a chain. Department stores, restaurants, even medical clinics and hardware stores. There's one shining exception, however. Kansas State Bank. For 100 years, Kansas State Bank has been local people serving local people. Hometown people you know. If you really want your hard-earned money paying for a private jet for a billionaire CEO in New England, that's your business. If you think keeping your money right here in eastern Kansas is smarter, then you need to check out Kansas State Bank. MyKansasStateBank.com. Member FDIC.
For all your computer services and repair, call Don Hardman, 418-2331.
Napa know-how.
This week only, Napa Full Synthetic Motor Oil is on sale for just $2.99 a quart. Wait, what? $2.99? That's got to be wrong. Let me fact check that real quick here. Well, I'll be a minivan's uncle. The sludge-fighting, long-lasting protection of Napa Full Synthetic is just $2.99 a quart. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
General states pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer available July 1st through July 8th.
Commence Exxon and Mobil field test. Scientists observed Subject A at station refueling with Synergy gasoline, available in 3 grades and meticulously engineered to help protect your engine from deposits while giving you better gas mileage. Clearly, Subject A is intelligent. Maybe Subject A wants to get a burger and be best friends. Subject A is leaving. Conclusion, Synergy gasoline gives you better gas mileage, and Subject A is a maybe for burgers and best friends.
Exxon and Mobil. Energy lives here. Fuel economy claims are compared with gasoline meeting minimum government standards. Results will vary. Visit Exxon.com or Mobil.com for details.
Red, white, and blue savings at the Home Depot means the best prices of the season on new appliances, up to 40% off special buys. Like the Whirlpool White Top-Load Washer and Electric Dryer, just $548 each, over $500 off the pair. We'll even toss in free delivery. When it comes to appliances, we're pushing all the right buttons. Red, white, and blue savings now at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through July 11th, U.S. only while supplies last. Gas dryer extra free delivery on purchases of $3.96 or more.
This is Secretary Tim Keck at the Kansas Department for Aging and Disability Services. Elder abuse is a growing problem in our state and across the country. Elder abuse can occur no matter where these victims live, who they live with, and regardless of their finances or their health. But help is available. Concerned people can spot the warning signs, such as unexplained injuries, and make a call for help. Don't let our elders suffer silently. Be their voice. For more information, visit the KDAD's website.
Sponsored by the Kansas Department of Aging and Disability Services and this station.
Welcome back to Pizza Time in downtown Ottawa. Derek Chappell, glad to have you along today for the American Legion Baseball Coaches Show. Come on in and join us for lunch. Lunch buffet still going on. The special here as well. 2 single-topping pizzas for only $20.99. Come by and see us today. And a reminder that today we've got American Legion Baseball, as a matter of fact, coming your way. As we mentioned earlier with Coach, just in case you're joining us now, you can catch American Legion Baseball today on KOFO as part of the Fike Woodbat Tournament. Game 2 today at 3 o'clock. It's the Arrows versus Post 226 out of Ellsbury, Missouri. Game time is 3 o'clock. Our Super Stands Cleaning Service Arrows pregame show starts at 2:45 today. And then they turn right around and play at 5:30 against one of the host teams from Blue Springs, Rods A's. We've got Arrows baseball coming up later today after the Coaches Show. I'm glad to have you along today. Also glad to have this man joining us now, Junior Legion head coach Scott Sneathen, who's joined us many times this season and come by today to stop and kind of wrap up the Junior Legion season. Glad to have you along, Scott.
I'm always glad to be here. Thank you.
Appreciate you getting on the heat.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, since we talked last, had a couple of ball games under your belt and finished out the Junior Legion season. Tell me about those last ball games you had. You came away with a couple losses to, I believe it was Junction City.
Yeah, Junction City came in. We were short on guys, so we had a couple other guys come down and play with us. Had some errors. Had some, some guys threw. I wouldn't say that they pitched.
Yeah.
But they threw, and they threw strikes. Junction City's good enough; they're going to hit.
Well, for you, it's got to be so hard being a Junior Legion coach with the players you have and not a full squad at all time to figure out pitching, because you can't use players on the Junior Legion squad. They're going to play on the AAA squad, same week. You guys have really got to coordinate pitchers. So, like you said, you may have guys throwing that aren't necessarily pitchers.
Yeah, exactly. Just like Monday when we played Topeka here at home, Coach Altick was back and forth with Coach Fuller on, hey, who are we going to look at?
Right.
And he was standing there right with us and said, hey, we got pitch limit here. And, our season was done as of Monday, and they're still playing, so we need to abide to that and kind of take it for what it is.
Well, so you finished the season at 6-10 overall, and again, we know you were handicapped somewhat. That record, really, for a Junior Legion squad, the record isn't as important. Obviously, you want as many wins as possible, but given the fact that the numbers are a little bit down this summer, and you had such a issue with players here and there, respectable numbers. Tell me what your takeaway from this season has been, your 5th season now in the Legion program.
The record, to me, really doesn't show the growth of the program and the players that are in it. There has been a tremendous increase in effort and fundamentals that we've definitely gotten better throughout the year, and that's what we're here for, really, is to get better.
And as a Junior Legion coach, part of your role, obviously, is to make these players better, work on those fundamentals and things like that, to where you see them move up either during this season or next year, and that's got to give you pride as a coach, knowing you help those kids get to that next level.
Well, the point of it is that record could have easily been 0-0. No games played this year,
right?
Quite frankly. But the board wanted these guys to get some time. They wanted to get the 4 or 5 players that would have potentially been cut on a one-team organization to get some ball in, to get that experience. And that was a wonderful move on their part.
Sure. For them and you both.
Right. We got over half of our guys playing with the AAA this week.
Right.
And we'll probably with them the rest of the season. Going into this season, I didn't know where we were going to be. But after seeing the progress and the players that have played with me throughout the summer, they're going to do okay up there.
Well, and they'll do okay now, and again, next season as they move up. And I know you guys maybe have some things in the works to help kind of benefit the program and move it forward a little bit.
Yeah, I hope we got some things working out for the fall. We're going to try to get something going, and we'll just kind of see where it goes from there.
Get the numbers up and get the enthusiasm up, and
yeah, you
that's the key.
You kind of got to build it from the ground up in this case. We've got a few guys that are leaving, and with that happening or whatever, you've got to kind of revamp the whole organization and do some things that you're not used to and maybe not comfortable with, but that's where
you grow.
That's where you grow, and that's where the Legion programs are heading.
Well, and you have been part of the program now for the 3 back-to-back state championship years, and much like the Royals did after the World Series win, it's hard to ride that high that long, and things change, players change, personnel change. Of course, we had a coaching change this season and a head coach and things like that. So, I'm not a big fan of the word rebuilding year, but that's really what it was. I mean, when it breaks down to it, it's somewhat of a rebuilding year with Lance coming in and taking over the reins, and players leaving, a few new coming in, but that's kind of what it was, and now you're looking to build the momentum in the future.
Right, and that's where wins and losses really, to me, don't really matter.
Right.
It's how you progress through the season, how you get better. If you start the year striking out every at-bat for the first 10 at-bats, and then you end the season with getting a hit every 10 those kind of things are huge.
Yeah. And that's the thing, the progress and the progression, the fundamentals, to see that get better in the players that you have, and as they move up to AAA, that's got to make you satisfied as a coach.
Yep. Oh, yeah, definitely. When we can hand them off to the AAA coach in decent shape, we'll be in good.
And you sit back and watch them as they improve at that level as well, and you gave them that start.
Most definitely.
So, well, Scott, it's been a pleasure having you here all summer long. You can drop by anytime. You
Wonderful.
know that, anytime. And congratulations again on the season you had, given what you had to work with, the numbers you had. And I know the players, I know the parents, everybody in the Legion organization appreciates what you do. We appreciate you stopping by as well.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
You bet.
Hope to see you next year.
Scott Sneedman, Junior Legion head coach, stopped by today, and you can come by and see us too. We're going to come back after the break, chat with an alumni from the Ottawa American Legion baseball program. Come by and join us for lunch today as well. We're at Pizza Time in downtown Ottawa for the Ottawa Arrows American Legion Baseball Coaches Show on KOFO.
Now is the time for back-to-school immunizations. I'm Jennifer, one of the vaccine experts at Franklin County Health Department. We give over 4,000 vaccines each year, so beat the rush and get your child's vaccines now. Walk-in clinic Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5.
And it doesn't even hurt.
Bob Allen Ford, your President's Award Ford dealer, now has 2 locations in Overland Park and Ottawa, Kansas. Shop online at kcford.com and choose from over 700 vehicles.
Hello, I'm Snap.
I'm Crackle. I'm Pop. We are the owners of the Snap Crackle Pop Fireworks Shop.
1 mile north of Ottawa on Highway 59, next door to Chris's Corner.
We are proud to be family owned and operated.
We have a cool indoor location,
the lowest prices and the best deals.
An amazing selection featuring Black Cat, Dad's favorite. As our way of saying thanks, we are giving a 10% discount to military and first responders. Come see me at the Snap Crackle Pop Fireworks Shop, 1 mile north of Ottawa by Chris's Corner.
Sutton's Jewelry has something to make your wedding day special. During June, July, and August, find the wedding set of your dreams at Sutton's Jewelry. Now offering several wedding sets for only $1,000. That price includes the engagement ring and the wedding band. Choose from yellow, rose, or white gold wedding sets. Hurry, first come, first serve. And remember, customer satisfaction is their top priority. Let Sutton's Jewelry help you celebrate life's special moments with quality jewelry. Now at their new location, 213 South Main, downtown Ottawa.
Shop Lowe's July 4th savings all week for great deals to keep your lawn and patio looking sharp. Conquer it all with a Cobalt 40-volt max lithium-ion cordless trimmer or blower. Now only $129 each, including a versatile battery system that powers over 10 tools. Then add some style to your outdoors with up to 40% off select patio and outdoor decor. All projects have a starting point. Start with Lowe's. Offers valid through 7/9. See store for details.
I love sunny days till they shine on the rug that never recovered from the incident. Need a style refresh? Get it at Gordman's. Find what you need for your home, family, and life with no damage to your wallet. Gordman's had their own refresh, and the biggest surprise is the best kind of sticker shock. With new deliveries each week, I discover something unique and exciting every time I shop, and the deals are amazing. Plus, with G Rewards, I earn points with every dollar I spend, so I can save even more. Gordman's, bigger deals, smaller prices.
Shaving with a Venus Platinum razor just gives me that feeling.
What feeling?
That total control feeling, that sleek metal handle fits perfectly in your hand feeling.
That sounds pretty good.
And you also get that super smooth bikini legs feeling, that ready for the beach feeling.
Totally love that feeling. Get the feeling you won't get from just any razor. The Venus Platinum Razor, with a metal handle that boosts control to reveal up to 100% smooth skin.
Red, white, and blue savings at the Home Depot means the best prices of the season on appliances, up to 40% off special buys, like the Whirlpool Top Freezer Stainless Steel Refrigerator for just $528, $250 off. Adjustable bins make room for anything. Plus, we even have free delivery. Consider that dessert. Red, white, and blue savings now at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through July 11th, U.S. only while supplies last. Free delivery on purchases of $396 or more.
KOFO, the Franklin County Fair Board, and Bob Allen Ford proudly present Travis Marvin.
She's hot water.
Travis Marvin rocking the arena at the Franklin County Fair, Friday, July 20th at 8 p.m.
Gonna get her in time.
Tickets are on sale now for only $10 at DIY Supply, Kansas State Bank at 236 North Main, CMI Lumber, and online at Eventbrite.com. Bring the whole family to see Travis Marvin at the Franklin County Fair, July 20th. Brought to you by DIY Supply, Dingle & Son, Dials Construction, Bob Allen Ford, the Franklin County Fair Board, and KOFO. And we're back at Pizza Time in downtown Ottawa for the Ottawa Arrows American Legion Baseball Coaches Show. Derek Chappell, glad to have you along today. Come by and see us. Lunch buffet still going strong, and the special always in effect here when we're down here, and enjoy the fine folks here at Pizza Time here on a Thursday. We'll be back next week at our regular time on a Wednesday. We're joined now by Ottawa Arrows American Legion Baseball alumnus Trenton Ferguson. It's hard to realize you've been out a while, and now you're alum, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, Trenton, of course, one of the names you recognize over the last few years here for the Ottawa Arrows because he pretty much did it all. He was a four-year player at Ottawa High School and 4 years for American Legion Baseball, part of the back-to-back state championship teams, and I believe he played regional championship and World Series appearance. That's the first time in school history, isn't it?
Yep, last year.
Yeah, that was
at Barton. Yep,
a fantastic season. Now you're at Barton. You'll start your second year at Barton next year in the fall.
Yeah.
Now you're also playing though this summer for the River Bandits. Tell us about how that's gone for you.
I get to play every game, so it's really nice. I'm just trying to get better so that I can start at Barton next year. Of course, that's what summer is. That's what it's for in college. Back whenever I was still in high school, it's more of like a season to like try to accomplish things, but now it's just trying to develop as a player. And well, on the River Bandits, it's the first year of the organization, and so it's been a little rough, but
well, first years are always that way when you start something new like that.
It is.
You guys are in the Mid-Plains League. I think you have 8 teams.
Yeah.
And really, like you said, it's kind of a developmental time in the summer. It gets you reps. It gets you at bats. It gets you seeing the ball in a game situation, which is what you need
exactly
to improve for that next level of Barton. Correct?
Yeah.
And that's the benefit of playing with the River Bandits. Records really don't matter.
No.
In something like this. Now, I will say it doesn't matter, but you have quite an accomplishment, though, as a River Bandit in this league. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So once a year during the Mid-Plains League, there's a All-Star game, and I think there's 4 players that got selected from our team, and I was one of them. So I got selected to the All-Star game.
And that game's actually tonight, is it not?
It's tonight at 7 o'clock.
And where's that game at?
It's at the Urban Sports Youth Academy at Kansas City, Missouri. It's on the, I think it's an all-turf field, so it's really nice. It's the field that the Kansas City Knights play on.
Well, fantastic, and congratulations on that.
Thank you.
If you're just joining us, we're talking to Trenton Ferguson, alumnus here of the Ottawa American Legion Baseball program. Now, I mentioned the 3-time state champs, which is you'll have that to wear on your sleeve for the rest of your life, which is a fantastic deal. Tell me some of the fond memories you have of playing American Legion Baseball for the 4 years you played.
Well, the biggest thing was playing with my friends, I had opportunities to play somewhere else, but I just loved Legion. It was a great experience, and it was just so fun because we won 3 state titles and got to go to the regionals for 3 years straight, and that was just a blast. So it was a lot of fun playing with my friends.
One of the things I remember most was your no-hitter in the state tournament, I believe in 16, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And that, of course, an accomplishment you'll always remember.
Yeah, that was amazing. I didn't even realize I had a no-hitter until the 7th inning. So,
really?
Yeah, it was fun.
So when you realized, how did you feel?
Oh, it was exciting.
And you didn't want to know, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't want to know that. That was one of the highlights I remember of your career playing here. Tell me a little bit about what American Legion Baseball did for you as a player. As you look now, what you're announcer at Barton County, what do you look back on and say, that really helped me as a player?
Probably playing the game the right way, because they were really strict in Legion. Couldn't mouth off to the umpires or other players or anything, and it really kept you in your lane and just kept you focused on doing what you need to do for the team and doing your part. So I think that really helped me develop as a player.
And I know one of the things that the American Legion program prides itself on is not only making you better as a player, but as a person. Tell me a little bit about what American Legion did for you as an individual.
Yeah, well, I can't remember what the game was called, but we helped. It was a game for cancer, and we did that, and that made me aware of all the people that had cancer in the area. I didn't know there was that many. I knew there was lots of people with cancer, and I have friends that have cancer, so it just really helped me realize that baseball is really not a big deal. It's really about the people, not about how you do in the game.
Put things in perspective at a young age for you, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Trenton, we're so happy for you, and congratulations on the success you've had post-American Legion. We continue to wish you the best of luck at Barton County. Good luck, of course, with the River Bandits, and especially tonight in the All-Star game. That's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
All right, Trenton Ferguson, alumnus of the Ottawa American Legion baseball program. You can see him tonight at the All-Star game for the River Bandits in the Mid-Plains League. That's in Kansas City this evening. We'll come back, get ready to wrap the show up. We'll tell you about the action coming your way today with the Ottawa Arrows American Legion baseball team as they continue the Fike Woodbat Tournament in Blue Springs. You're listening to the American Legion Arrows Baseball Coaches Show live from Pizza Time in downtown Ottawa.
Here's your exclusive KOFO Weather Center forecast.
Royals Recap, sponsored by Frank Eye Center. Mornings, Monday through Saturday at 6, 7, 8, and again at noon on 103.7 FM and 1220 KOFO.
Today, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 1 this afternoon. Sunny with a high of 94. Tonight, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 1 tomorrow morning. Partly clear, the low 73. Tomorrow, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 1 in the afternoon. Partly sunny, the high 91. Tomorrow night, partly clear, the low 66. 89 in Paola, 87 in Princeton. At the Ottawa Municipal Airport, wind is out of the southwest at 2. Relative humidity is 58%. Barometric pressure is relatively steady at 30 and 27/100ths of an inch of mercury. This morning's early morning low was 69, first reported at 6 this morning. And it's sunny and 89 at KOFO.
Franklin County, Kansas is now accepting applications for a solid waste recycling technician, high school diploma or GED, and valid driver's license required. Job description includes manual labor in the recycling center. This is a full-time benefit-eligible position. Apply online at hrepartners.com. That's hrepartners.com. Apply on or before July 15th. Franklin County is an equal opportunity employer.
Bob Allen Ford, now 2 great locations in Overland Park and Ottawa, Kansas. Choose from an inventory of over 700 vehicles and shop online at kcford.com.
If your oral ED pills are too expensive, Kramer Pharmacy in Ottawa has an alternative. Sildenafil, the active ingredient in Viagra, is available at a fraction of the cost. Call Kramer Pharmacy at 785-242-2055. That's 242-2055. ED doesn't have to mean expensive drug. Call 785-242-2055 today. Kramer Pharmacy, 134 South Main Street, and at KramerRx.com.
Take control of your tarp and upgrade your manual tarp system to electric with a Rolltech electric tarp conversion by AgriCover Inc. Save time and increase productivity by tarping on the go. This system operates with the convenient push of a button, keeping your driver inside the cab and out of dust, rain, and harm's way. Upgrade your existing tarp to electric today to stay protected, clean, and on schedule. For more information or to find a dealer near you, call 1-800-233-4655 or visit RolltechElectric.com.
It's the little things, like a neighborhood block party. Hey kids, they've got a bouncy castle. Yay! Or jumping into huge savings at the Goodies One Big Sale. Starting Friday, we've got a 3-day doorbuster you don't want to miss, including an extra 40% off almost everything in-store and online with your coupon. Get yours online in today's deals, then come in and stock up on great brand styles and gifts for the whole family. Fresh styles, big savings, and fun perks every day. Goodies. Little things mean everything. Goodies is part of our Sage family. Offer exclusions apply.
Pros in the know start with Lowe's, because at Lowe's, pros save money on the tool brands they rely on, job after job. Now you can get up to 30% off select DeWalt power tools and accessories, like a DeWalt 20-volt combo kit with drill driver, impact driver, reciprocating saw, work light, and 2 20-volt max lithium-ion batteries. A $399 value for just $249. So, pro, now that you know, start with Lowe's. Offer valid through July 9 while supplies last. See store for details.
KOFO and State Farm agent Ryan Dispro are sending you to see the Kansas City Royals at the K this season. To win tickets, register at Ryan's State Farm office at 504 Redbud Avenue in Garnett. And you could be there to see the Royals host the Twins on July 21st and 22nd. 2 games, 2 winners. And we'll announce both on Monday, July 16th during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
Next offering is swung on and hit pretty well. Yelich off to the races. Still going back, and that ball is a goner.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from State Farm agent Ryan Dispro and KOFO. And we're about ready to wrap things up for another American Legion Baseball Coaches Show live from Pizza Time in downtown Ottawa. I want to thank Coach Fuller, also Junior Legion Coach Scott Sneathen for stopping by, Trenton Ferguson, and of course Sean Torres, our engineer back at the station. Just a programming reminder that we've got American Legion Baseball coming your way this afternoon, 2:45, the Super Sands Cleaning Service Arrows pregame show with Gary Bateman. Game time is 3 o'clock today at the Fike Woodbat Tournament in Blue Springs as the Arrows take on Post 226 out of Ellsbury, Missouri. That's Game 1 today, and Game 2 will start at 5:30 with the pregame show at 5:15. The Arrows take on host squad Rods A's from Blue Springs, Missouri. You'll get both those games today, and don't forget the Arrows do play tomorrow at 12:30 against Pyramid Roofing. I want to thank everybody here at Pizza Time for taking care of us today, and you for listening. Have a great day, and go Arrows. You've been listening to the Ottawa Arrows Coaches Show on KOFO.
Information and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.